Hello and welcome back to JNSQ-KSP 2.6 times harder, straight from the launchpad, where we're launching our very first tourist mission in our career mode, where we're playing the mod JNSQ, like I said, where everything is 2.6 times larger, harder, and I have no clue how we're ever going to get into orbit. But this is something we're going to worry about either later on or in the next video. Not quite sure how far we're gonna get. However, today we're actually going to attempt, well, I wouldn't call it attempt, our first attempt, but rather we're going to put, why isn't it working? There's a bug. I pressed Z, it didn't put our engine to throttle. Anyways, long story short, we're going up with two tourists, Ross van Kerman and Henbro Kerman, and Valentina on the controls. It's actually her maiden flight, her personal maiden flight. But that's just a detail, nothing you should worry about. We already did a small attempt at the very end of the last episode, of the first episode. However, I decided to revert because, well, we just didn't reach anything close to orbit. Now, well, close to space. So, and the crew was safe, there was nothing, how's it called? No way! We're actually going to be short as well by just a tiny bit. Well, this time I'm not going to do that because, well... Yeah, because, well... Because, well... There's nothing we can do. I guess we can see we'll see our... we will see each other once we're at the ground. At the ground? On the ground. Boy, oh boy, I can't speak. Still. And here we are, just about to... land. There we go, perfect landing. Do we need to, like, will we get something new? Yes, we will actually get a nice new signs from the crew report from the lowlands, and I totally forgot to do an EVA report again, some more signs. Anyways, details not important. We brought back our crew, which is safe, but I think the mission is still ongoing. Yes, it is, brilliant. So, well, actually tour 1 is a failure. Well, a failure. Just didn't reach the goal, the acquired goal. Nothing really too worrying. We're just gonna relaunch it. We're short by, what was it, 10 kilometers of altitude. So I guess this is going to make it. But, well, there's really nothing else to do. We're gonna... You know what, I just don't like this slow approach. Or do I? Let's give it some fins to make it even less likely to succeed right now. And we're gonna get rid of the monopropellant. And this is of course the huge time saving. No, not time saving. Weight savings that will accumulate in us having enough delta V to get to space above the Kármán line. So we are back on the launch pad, we're pressing the Z key, this time it's actually working. We're going up with 4 times regular speed because, well, this game is surprisingly good at handling this. Which actually surprised me at the very beginning, since I thought this would have ridiculously long loading times since there are so many changes. But quite honestly speaking, this is actually loading better and faster than my regular KSP missions, or in the KSP save where I'm usually doing my KSP missions. Don't ask me why. I have very few mods there. I don't know. Maybe just better optimized. What? I think it's actually KSP version 7. You gotta be kidding me, right? We're having exactly the same altitude. This is so hilarious. I put on an additional fuel tank. And this amount of delta V is exactly what we lost at the bottom. Brilliant, I love it. And yes, I'm going to take this liberty of not caring anymore and being like, you know what, I'm taking away a hammer and putting back down a hammer. That makes, like, how's it called? Exactly, that makes a lot of sense. So we're going to put in a thoroughbred, how's that thing called? Thumper! Wow. After playing the game for 5 years, I still can't remember how the medium booster is called. In the beginning there was the hammer, the thumper, and the kickback, the 3 SRBs. Then they added the flea, and we're still doing the same thing. Then they added the flea, and then at some point, what was it, like, I think actually this KSP version, 1.7, no, ooh, time warp glitches. I think exactly this 7 point something version gave KSP this small booster pack with 2 point something meter boosters. There's humongous space shuttle boosters and small shrimp boosters and mite boosters, and there were actually Cybertrons from the start, by the way. Totally forgot about those. Super useful. Why am I talking about SRBs actually? Our third attempt at getting some replicating a nice, easy, there we go, nice and easy high altitude, aka barely edge of space mission, taking me 3 turns because I'm just a douchebag, I guess. And that's exactly what I meant in the very beginning, or just generally speaking last time. And there we go. Okay, now we just have to get back, I guess. Brilliant. And there we go down. What was I actually talking about exactly? That's exactly what I meant in the very beginning by, this is for me also rather new territory since I never played JNSQ, and they have absolutely no clue what I'm actually doing. So yeah, back to re-entry, and I will see you guys in a second, or you will see me rather. Here we are on the surface. I actually already touched down here, nice and happy, rolling around on the surface. Crew port helps nothing, so you can just recover the vessel. Brilliant, right? And with that being said and recovered, we should have completed actually now the mission. There you go, the mission down there. We can see the green icon flashing up. There we go. Contract completed 3,000. This is first milestones, no care. And here we have launch first vessel. Thank you, scientific data. Thank you. All these missions that we already accomplished. There we go. 4,000 funds from you, 4,000 funds from the other guy, and 12,000 for the fact of both of them, and a total of 25 reputation. Brilliant. Wow. Long story short, we have no more missions apart from orbiting, and this is what we're going to attempt right now. And since I totally forgot about the fact that since I'm restarting and stopping the recording every time I'm doing kind of those skippy events, this also means that I've no clue how long the episode is, so I just have to go by more or less by the feelings. So I apologize if this is going to be a rather short episode, and I apologize even more if this is going to be a rather long episode, since as it seems people don't like to watch longer episodes. Anyways, so the idea now is to make this our first orbiter. I'm going to call it Orbiter 1 in just a second, or O1. So the idea is to make our first attempt at going into orbit, and this attempt will be live, since, well, first things are usually more interesting having a look at live, I think, or at least that's my personal interpretation. Like I already said in the first episode, or last episode for that matter, please tell me in the comments down below how you like this episode, how you like the series, what you would like to see differently, and just generally speaking all sorts of advice, ideas and things that you want me to do. I am actually recording both episodes right back to back, so I apologize that I cannot already kind of take into account what you said in the first episode, if there was any comment at all, since, how should I say, I rarely get any comments from anyone but one viewer on my videos. So, on most videos at least. So, and we are actually over the tonnage. So this is kind of oh, and we can actually remove the RCS. It should actually, no, this is not enough to get us into the necessary amounts. Let's go down by one more tick, like this. Okay, so we're gonna Flashbang, no, not flashbang, boy. Going with these two at 90-ish%. Still to give me a 1.5-ish is my goal. 8.5-ish, that's good. And with that we have Orbital 1. I'm gonna call you Orbon, brilliant, Orbon. I'm gonna call you Orbon. Check your staging. Check again. Seems good. Launching. What was I actually trying to say? Totally forgot it again. Since my brain seems to be as good at remembering things as a bloody fly is. Oh yeah, exactly. So tell me in the comments below how you like it. What would you want me to change, and all those sorts of things. And launch. And the other thing I said is that I'm not getting, well, I do get every now and then a comment, but most of my comments are from Diego. So shout out to you, Diego, and thanks a lot. If you're watching this, thanks a lot. You're a great subscriber. You are commenting on almost all of my KSP videos, and I'm happy every single time I see a comment from you. You're really nice. So that's kind of how should I say this? I really am happy that he is a comment, so actively commenting, or you are so actively commenting, but I'm kind of disappointed that it's only you, because I would really hope to see more people commenting. So if you've enjoyed this video, drop down a like, subscribe, as well as comment that you like it. Oh, if you have something you want me to do, tell it me. Well, tell me please, so I can actually do it, because I really do want to do everything that my subscribers are suggesting. Anyways, we've been flying now up in a straight line for quite a while, and I haven't paid attention to doing a nice gravity turn, because that would actually help me a lot in terms of saving Delta V, because, well, it's harder to get into orbit, and we are experiencing gravity losses and drag losses at the same time, because I'm now very aggressive. So yes, that's not efficient, and probably this is going to be the reason why we're not going to hit orbit. Maybe we're going to still to hit orbit. Maybe we're going to miss it completely. Maybe. A lot of uncertainty, I guess. So yeah, and because this is the first attempt, or at least until we definitely reach orbit, we're going to have it live. But after that, oh, we're actually already suborbital. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant with not being efficient here. Pointy sideways, ignite terrier, fast forward, yeah. We're actually already at 90 kilometers. I don't want to go. Actually, with this amount of Delta V, we should be able to get orbit, I think. Now we're about to reach space. No, you're not going to point downward. Point 90 degrees. And now point more to 90 degrees, because we're not going to fall down in a second. No, we're actually still like going up, and it's turning down. You can see it actually up here, by the way. For those who weren't aware where I was looking here. Now we're falling down, and we are actually running out of fuel. Give me this one. How close are we? I don't want to accidentally hit orbit and be stuck in orbit. And so much so for Eve velocities. This is with 3,400 meters per second, you are in orbit around Eve. Why do I know that? I did an Eve mission in Stock KSP not too long ago. However, here in JNSQ, it's a very flat suborbital trajectory, but we're still short by, what is it, 200, 300 meters or something like that. So, I guess it's time to get for re-entry. Do we have already a crew report from here? No, so at least we're gonna get that. And I guess, well, actually, I was planning on actually skipping forward how this is the very first time we're gonna come in hot. So let's actually leave it live. And by the way, we just flew over the island airfield. It's over there, and that's way further than the regular island airfield compared to regular regular KSP. And re-entry velocities, extremely hot. I mean, we're coming in at 3,500 meters per second from suborbital velocities. Without a heat shield, we would be burning down to a crisp. I think the capsule just barely survives this, but everything atop the on the side of the capsule, like for example mystery goos and thermometers, burn up. So, just as a small side note, heat shields very important. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really else to say, and I do not feel like skipping the last couple of meters. So anyways, whoa, that's really fast approaching surface, boy oh boy. So with an explosion somewhere and our first orbital attempt being a failure, however Jebediah successfully returns to the Space Center, I think I'm going to end today's second episode right here and right now. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I hope you're enjoying the series at least so far. If yes, please give it a like. If not, give it a like. I don't know what you should do. I mean, then you're probably not watching up until this point in time. Anyways, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks very much for watching, and Space Sheep signing out.